overall after stage 6 of the Malcolm Wilson Rally. That's a Malcolm Wilson Rally update. Thanks to Alan Marsh for sending that in to us. Alan Marsh, big pal of Andrew Gallacher, he's supporting him down there at the rally today. And we shouldn't forget as well that Jane Nicol is also the navigator, co-driver if you like, with Andrew Gallacher. Very good.
That's down at Cockermouth.
It's
brilliant facilities down, absolutely brilliant.
And actually, big Alan Marsh invited me down to sit in the rally car one Sunday, and go round the track with Andrew Gallacher. But I says, no, I'm definitely going back to my mummy's at that weekend.
I don't know if I would like that.
No, I don't like that.
Let's touch on ice hockey, guys. Earlier in the week, the Behind the Glass show. That's
good to have a rival like that, especially with your local team.
That's Chris Black.
Rocksport and earlier this week, our afternoon presenter Alec Horsburgh caught up with rally driver Andrew Gallacher, who's competing in the Malcolm Wilson Rally today. He's the son of famous rally driver Drew Gallacher, and it's only the past few years that he's tried to emulate his dad.
He was obviously more into rallying in the 70s, and it's kind of carried through, and then basically in the 90s, late 80s, 90s, I started the go-kart racing, and then done a bit of circuit racing in between that. So it's only really in the recent couple of years I've concentrated more on the actual forest rallying.
Andrew takes us through his rally cars.
When I passed my test when I was 17, I had a Mark II Escort. I had that for a wee while, and then recently, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I had another Mark II Escort, and then that went from that to a Mitsubishi Evo. I sold it, built another Evo, and now I've built a Fiesta with a lot of the transmission and engine from a Mitsubishi, just to try and make something a bit smaller and lighter.
He's competing at the Malcolm Wilson Rally this weekend, and Gallacher says there can be a decent amount of downtime even between rallies, depending on if you've crashed or not.
Just as long as it goes all right on the event, then it doesn't really give us much maintenance between the event. If we end up damaging something like that, then it can be quite tight for time, but all going well, it should be fine. This round this weekend isn't actually a round of the Scottish Championship, it's just a round that we've chosen to do just to get a bit more time in the car, and it's reasonably local for us, so we just took the opportunity to do it.
Andrew Gallacher is competing in motorsport at the Malcolm Wilson Rally.
With Rocksport's official rally correspondent David Halley to talk about the event. I asked him about the event and, who is this guy, Malcolm Wilson?
Malcolm Wilson was the 94 British Rally champion. He also competed in the World Championship with a number of factory teams. He runs his own motorsport emporium and team here in Cockermouth, and he sponsors the event.
What types of car can take part, David?
There's all sorts of cars here, from cars that you would formerly have seen in the World Rally Championship a number of years ago. These cars filter down into the National Championships, and then there are self-built cars that local people have put together and comply with the regulations, so they come out and have a bit of fun too.
Girvan's Andrew Gallacher will be competing. Could he win?
He could be, yes. His car is very young. He's developed this new car himself, based on a modern Ford Fiesta body shell, but using the running gear from a Mitsubishi Evolution car. So it's a thing he's engineered himself. It's only its second or third outing, so he could be a contender. He's got the speed. He is a fast driver. If the car holds together and the car is running well, he could be there or thereabouts.
So there's the thoughts of our official Rocksport Rally correspondent, and we've just spoken about Andrew Gallacher, rally driver Andrew Gallacher, competing at the Malcolm Wilson Rally today. He set off with his pal Alan Marsh from Kilmarnock yesterday afternoon, early afternoon, to get down to that rally today. He's the son, Andrew, of a famous rally driver Drew Gallacher. It's only in the past few years that Andrew has tried to emulate his famous father.
He was obviously more into rallying in the 70s, and it's kind of carried through, and then basically in the 90s, late 80s, 90s, I started the go-kart racing, and then done a bit of circuit racing in between that. So it's only really in the recent couple of years I've concentrated more on the actual forest rallying.
So take us through your rally cars, Andrew.
When I passed my test when I was 17, I had a Mark II Escort. I had that for a wee while, and then recently, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I had another Mark II Escort, and then that went from that to a Mitsubishi Evo. Then I sold it, built another Evo, and now I've built a Fiesta with a lot of the transmission and engine from a Mitsubishi, just to try and make something a bit smaller and lighter.
So he builds them and he drives them. Now Andrew is competing at the Malcolm Wilson Rally this weekend. Gallacher says there can be a decent amount of downtime between rallies, depending on if you crashed or not.
Just as long as it goes all right on the event, then it doesn't really give us much maintenance between the event. If we end up damaging something like that, then it can be quite tight for time, but all going well, it should be fine. This round this weekend isn't actually a round of the Scottish Championship, it's just a round that we've choose to do just to get a bit more time in the car, and it's reasonably local for us, so we just took the opportunity to do it.
There's Andrew Gallacher, ace rally driver, the son of Drew Gallacher, who's well known in the world of rallying in the UK. Other motorsport